welcome back to the Plus Size Sweetie Pies channel. I'm Chickie, and today we have a really cute eye look using all of these palettes. I can't seem to stay to one palette like Bella, so this should be interesting. There's a couple of new ones that she has in her collection. So I'm starting off with this really soft, cool gray, and I'm just sweeping it over Bella's lids. It's funny, I don't do my own makeup, but she has such a lovely eye shape that I'm really enjoying trying new things with her eyeballs. Or should I say eyelids? Still sweeping it all over the lids as I believe they call it a transition shade. I am definitely new to makeup. It is not something that I'm particularly good at, but it's fun to play around with, and I definitely enjoy working with color. So just a lot of back and forth. I think in total this took me like 30 minutes, which is probably, if you want to giggle in the comments about how long it takes me, that's fair. I'm definitely, like I said, I'm new to makeup. So this darker green shade came from, I believe it's the Smashbox palette. And it's a cool gray. I don't think it's anything particularly special. You could probably use whatever cool gray you have, but all I'm doing is basically deepening up the two outer corners slowly but surely, and using a really soft hand because this stuff spread quickly, I found. It's always interesting working on somebody else's face too. I have really hooded eyes. Thankfully, Bella doesn't. So, it was a really, really nice application I found. So yeah. I believe I'm finding... Yeah. I'm now taking that same cool taupey color and then blending that in with the darker gray to create a smooth transition. So, as the beauty gurus say, blend, blend, blend. It's basically just a lot of back and forth and blending, which can be a lot of fun. Going back in with that dark gray cool shade, building it up a bit more on the outer corner of the lid. Not worrying too much about fallout right now because I cleaned that up a little bit later. But it's basically on a massive, big, fluffy blending brush. So again, going back in with that taupey color and blending out a bit more. It's that cool taupey gray. It's a really pretty shade. Bella said she wanted to try a green eye, but we didn't have a really good base for the green, so we had to build it up over a little bit more of a neutral shade. So I think now I'm looking for a shimmer shade. And I used Wanderlust from one of the... Oh goodness. I'm not exactly sure which palette, but you saw it in the pan there. Either way, this was definitely a darker shimmer green. So I was slowly picking it up with my finger because I found you got the best payoff with that, and just covering the lid. the mobile lid specifically, and going just a little bit higher to blend it in with that soft taupey color. Like I said, I was constantly hopping back and forth from palettes because kind of like a squirrel that way, I just can't make up my mind. But again, bringing that into the mobile lid and a little bit higher to blend it out with the really dark charcoaly gray. And then using that taupey color to blend it upwards so that, again, it was a smooth transition. And using that same fluffy brush that I've been using for the taupe and the dark charcoal gray. And again, both of these are cool grays, so they went really, really well with the green. Going in more and building up that shimmer shade. I wasn't satisfied with how... It wasn't green enough, I almost want to say. But it finally started building up the way I wanted it to. So that was good. It's definitely a pretty green in the pan. But yeah. Just building, building, building. As I said before, this took a while. Bella was extremely patient and extremely kind, which was really, really nice. Especially when you have somebody else kind of prodding and poking at your eyeballs. So going back in with that beautiful dark charcoal color to make sure I'm building out the edges that kind of got smudged away when I was using my finger. Bella and I definitely need to figure out a better camera setup for doing these types of videos. But finally deepening up all the corners, and I think I, at this point, was finding another shimmer shade to add to the top of the green so that it was a bit more iridescent. But first, to clean the fallout. And this was just a bit of, I believe it's micellar water on a cotton pad and sweeping it under the eye, slowly starting to build up the shape that I wanted, which was a pretty simple outer V. Nothing too ridiculous. So there's the eyeball a little bit cleaner. That green is really, really visible now. And I take the highlighter as a topper and slowly build that up. And you can really start seeing that green shine through. It's a really pretty topper. I know it's supposed to be a highlighter, but I guess, like anything with most powder products, you can use it in different ways. So now we had this really pretty iridescent greeny pop of color on the mobile lid and slowly worked up to the top of the brow. Looked pretty good at this point. So I believe I was looking for a inner corner shade at this point. And because the inner corner was green, I thought a really soft pinky inner corner pop would be quite lovely. Because So using that color from one of the ABH palettes, I think it was called Stranded, in the middle of the lid. Should I say the corner? Because again, it had the pretty pink sheen to it. If you folks know your color wheel at all, complementary color schemes are lovely, and green is the opposite of red on the color wheel, so that's why I thought it would be a really, really nice color. At this point, I wanted to deepen that V a bit more on the outer, like the outer V on the outer corner of the lid. So I took the opposite type of color. It was a really dark red, and used that to create the V. And what that does is it creates a really beautiful, rich outline basically for the eye. And it plays off the green because, again, the opposite color of green is red. And red really, really usually pops against a green. So that's just me kind of outlining it the way I wanted. And then from there, taking a fluffy brush and filling that in. And I believe that's the Medusa palette from Hood of Beauty. Or at least one of them. I'll be honest, I can't remember all the palettes. Bella has much better memory than I with those kind of things. And the green is so pretty with her brown eyes. Okay, so for the final touch, I tried to add that soft pink. I tried to add it to underneath her eye to give it a bit more dimension. And I think Bella started tearing up too, but she was a trooper, so we got it on there. I have to be so gentle. Makeup looks are a lot of fun though. They're a lot of fun to do. So this is the final eye. It is a green shimmer shade with the dark outer corner and a really light soft pink inner corner. So thank you very much for joining me for this playing with makeup. I hope you enjoyed it. Other than that, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye!